Okay, as you guys know, you could enter in through here or through Paragon. The only reason why I'm going to actually go through Paragon is with Paragon, it's SSL. And so for some of those who have browser restrictions, etc., you know, SSL is much more secure. Well, actually, this is saying not secure. Okay. Let it finish doing its thing. That's actually funny because it is, well, we'll go through this because I know that we updated, or maybe we are updating for NSAR. Let me make sure. Let's see. I'm babbling, I apologize. Oh, okay, yeah, we actually have it set that you guys, because all of our other clients are on SSL, you know, for the security. And so I know that's about to get updated for you guys. So, all right. Anyway, we will have that resolved shortly from my understanding. Okay, so again, deep dive, what we're going to be doing is jumping right into actually how to build a report and to build, you know, something that you want to go. So as an example, this market analysis and is Ben as an example. This was built in this application. We're actually going to build something similar, mainly so I could kind of show you what your options are. So I'm going to let this load. Let it finish. Okay, so just on a quick side note, so it's still doing the history. All right, so the history's done. That's a nice gradual climb. All right, so this is what's safe for everybody in the entire MLS. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to take this one report and actually make some customizations just for you as an individual member. Again, just a reminder in the lower right-hand corner, as long as your information is uploaded in Paragon, you should see between your name, you should see your image if you've uploaded that, and contact information as well. And then on the brokerage level, your brokerage logo, you know, can also be in the upper right-hand corner instead of the MLS's. Again, your company needs to have their logo uploaded to that as well. So again, this particular report was actually built in this application. Now I'm going to actually show you how to modify this one report and resave it for your personal usage. So I'm going to hit clear all. And the only reason why I do a clear all, because browser cache, anyone who uses browser-based applications, you'll come to find that your browser cache saves a lot of things. Now, instead of me hitting this green button load here, I'm actually going to hit this edit button over here, and I'm going to go ahead and click it. So the difference is now I'm going into more of an edit mode than just a regular display mode. And the purpose on this, you'll see here in just a minute, where I'm going to start making adjustments and changes to what's displayed, so it's a little more fitting to what I would want, you know, for me personally. All right, so it's finishing here. So while this is happening, you'll see in the edit mode, see this little cogwheel? You'll see this little cogwheel here. What that does is that actually on the left-hand side, oh, it's still loading, will open up the different panels that have custom settings for each one of the charts, you know, and graphs that are here. So this sold listings is an example. So I just clicked it, and then same thing, you know, the days on market. So it's just a little side note for you. In this edit, you have a lot of different controls as well. So globally, what this is basically stating is everything in the entire packet. So like this is a print preview, portrait or landscape. I could even change the, you know, the text as an example. The difference in between web and landscape is that's exactly it. You know, web and print. Even though most of us these days probably don't do as much printing as we used to, people for some reason still like to see things in a boxed, you know, page-like scenario. So that's the only reason why that's still here. In the page settings. So now I've got all of these settings here are all based around everything for the main page itself. So like example, if I click this, so the header is going to go away. Okay, so that's now the header's there. User branding, okay, user meaning us as individuals. So if I click that, so my user branding is now gone. Now it's there. So timeline, as an example, I actually don't like the timeline there, only for the, it's kind of confusing because this part up here is really just showing, the month and a year-to-year comparison, where this is more the 07 to 18. So that's why I removed that up at top. Let's see, other things I'm going to do. Location title, that works. Page title, that's that. I could actually change this. Okay, so like if I want to do, so I'm going to change it to my name. I'm probably, well, actually I could save it. I'm not going to save it as a packet, but I will show each of you how to do this, or you can save your own packet. One of the main things I actually really want to do is I want to actually modify a few things in each one of these graphs. So I'm going to open up, again, the sold listings. I'm going to just click this little cogwheel, or I could come over here on the left-hand side, open it up. Again, lots of different features, lots of different options to turn things on and off. What I'm going to be jumping to right now is I'm going to open up the graph settings. So I'm going to just draw a little, let's see, I think I have tools. Yes, drawing tools. So here's the thing to kind of think of. So this area here has its own set of settings, customizations. Same thing with this here has its own set of customizations. Now, how that relates is, as an example, this section is for all of this here, and the graph is in another panel here. Okay, I'm going to clear this, but I'm just trying to explain the fundamentals of the logic behind how this application is set up so you have more customization and more flexibility for what you want to display. Because again, please remember, this is a data visualization tool. That's what this is used for. Obviously, yes, getting the data is super cool, but this class is more focused on the customization of being able to visualize that data. Okay, so let me go ahead and clear. All right, so back to where it's about the graph. So the graph settings, I want to actually show the values. Now it's great that I've got the visual, but now I actually want to show the numbers, so you see the numbers at the top. Because if I print this as a PDF, this cool little UI that you see that I'm hovering over doesn't work. So when a user sees this, if I print this as a PDF without the numbers being there, that's kind of almost defeats the purpose. So I'm doing a display the value. I'm also, there's an offset. So like, see this offset down here? So this is label, okay? So display values. So I'm just gonna change this to a 1, okay? Or actually, sorry, 2. So that just moved up the numbers. I'm just gonna over exaggerate now. So now this is a 10. So again, all I'm just doing is just a quick little adjustment of the values. And so now my values are visible, okay? Let's see. If I want to show the y-axis, okay, that's another thing I could do instead of showing the display values. I kind of like more the value than putting the y-axis there. So I'm going to just put that back. There are other things that you can end up doing. It's, that doesn't do much. Like even like this, showing the legend, nah, that kind of doesn't really do anything because it's, the information's already there. So again, all of these settings have different, different functionalities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just real kind of quick show the values of each one of these, and I'm just going to jump through really fast. And I should probably stay consistent though. And missed one, just 1 second. Okay. All right, so all I've done is I've just now displayed values. That's the biggest edit that I've made on this particular report. I'm also going to go down to my historical because, again, without the values being displayed, doesn't look as good. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to hit display. And so now my values are there. A little more clear. I like it a little bit better. Let's see. I'm going to see what this zero baseline does. No, I think I like it just the way it's at. So that's really, like I said, I mean, I'm just kind of showing you right now light level edits or customizations of what you can end up doing. And so now what I'm going to do, and this is what's critical for each of you to understand this one part, is, oh, actually, there's one other thing I could do. I forgot. Let's see. The count. Font size. So let's say I want to increase this to 2. Let's go 4. Oops. Okay. Small little problem. Now that I went too much, I kicked this one out. So actually, I might have to. Oh, the joys. And I'm saying it sarcastically, the joys, because sometimes what ends up happening in browser functionality, you have to take steps backwards. So as an example, I had to shrink the height to get this back up there. And then, so let's see, I'm going to put this to at least 3. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So I'm happy with that. I'm really close to the edge here, so I'm a little nervous to push my boundaries. I'm gonna try one more. Yes, I'll leave it that. I know my luck, if I hit 43, it's gonna bump it to the next page. So what I wanna do now is I wanna save this, okay? And so I'm gonna hit save. Now, in past classes, I've briefly talked about this, but this is what's critical, packet, okay? When you save this as a packet, this will allow you to come back and plug in any location that you choose, okay? And so, you know, with whatever filters or whatever you want with it. If you save it as a live, it will save to whatever, you know, criteria, meaning like, for example, I did Halifax with this one, and so therefore it would save for Halifax. But if I go here, then it becomes a packet. It doesn't save the location because it allows me to bring in other criteria in the future. So I'm just going to put Sean's okay, so I'm just calling my market report. I'm going to hit save. All right, it says it's been saved. I'm just going to look real quick in the dashboard. And here it is, Sean's market report down over here. So what I am going to do, just so I can demonstrate, clear all. Just for the safety wise, I'm also going to actually, I'm on a PC, I'm going to hit Control F5. That actually does a deeper clearing browser cache. Some with Mac or if Linux, you need to go into your browser settings and update your cache. But it is important if you're definitely going to be making modifications and changes, and you know, if you change your mind, etc. It is best that you do a browser clear browser cache. So let's see. Let me pick another. What's another location? Okay. So I picked a whole new location. I'm gonna hit load. And of course, does this not have locations? Well, interesting. I'm gonna have to assume I maybe picked a location that doesn't have data, which seems a little odd. But what we just pulled, so this is actually, I guess it's good for the video, because I picked something with no data. Okay, and I have to wait for it to load, unfortunately. All right. Oh, well, there was some way back over here. Okay, well, that didn't help me. So let's see, let's try this again. Because so not the community, oh, the district. Is anyone, oh, I'll just pick a district. I'll just do that. Sorry for the silence. Not, I'm now just, I feel like I'm trying to pick locations that. Okay. That is odd. That actually has never happened to me before. So just on the side note, I'm just going to do this because this is what, you know, you do. So what's happening is I'm capturing what's going on. I'm going to have one of the team look into this. So let's see. Get that sent. Come on, what is going on here? Internet connection seems like it's good. Do apologize. I don't. All right, let me clear all. Okay. How about this? I'm just gonna pick the entire MLS. Okay, what my point was is, so I wanted to show you to where you see the displayed. So now the values are showing versus in the original report that we did, those values are not there. So that's the main thing I was really just trying to convey. So you could actually see the, the difference in where I'm able to make customizations for the report. So that's the main thing I wanted to hit on, is be able to make some customizations. And now what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time on how you could actually create your own, custom packets. And I'll let that finish. Okay, so that's the main. So you saw my name's there. The displayed values are there. My font size is a little bit bigger. I would actually probably come back because I don't really like the way this looks. I mean, I could still see the fonts. It's not as bad. Just actually, I have to tell you, that's really interesting. Usually, you don't see this much change. That is kind of unique. Anyway, so I'm gonna hit clear all, and oh, okay. So someone just asked display properly. So let me just go back. I could just run it again. It should be saved in cache. And so yes, when you click the PDF print, it's going to make a copy of what you see in your screen. So good question. I'll just go ahead and do that again. I'm just going to let it rerun. Keep in mind when you're doing the PDF printing that your browser It depends on how it's set up. It might block, but I'm trying to, I know I cleared that. Excuse me. Still generating the PDF. So yeah, so everything's generated. So that's the PDF, and so that's one. You can also basically in the share, you can end up hitting the live, and if you hit the social media, and so on the shared link is very similar to the PDF link. I can tell you right now, I have to clear my browser cache again. I'm actually running out of time. I want to teach a few more things before, but that's the share link, the print. But I really want to kind of dive in before I run out. So let's see where go back to here. Yep, clear all. So let me go into what I wanted to actually get started with. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to go and create a brand new packet from the scratch. Let's see, I need to, just for actually broker office owners, etc. Just so you know, you'll end up seeing, you should see this cogwheel on any packet that you create. You can actually, so that all of your office would end up seeing you'll see the packet as well. And if you actually want something private for just you, got to make sure you check it as private. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. But I'm just on that side note. Okay, new packet. Let's see. There is here we go. Run it. And so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do for just all of the MLS is fine. There. Okay. So let me just, never fails. I'm trying. Oh, okay. Let me, sorry. Let's see, activity report. So this one. All right. So what I'm just doing, I'm just starting with something just basic. So this talks about new active, and this is actually showing for residential. If I wanted to, technically I can go in, and if I wanted to hit the apply, and let's say, what I was just doing is I was actually selecting all the different real estate types, and I kind of leaped before I'm that's actually a really large query, because basically what I'm just doing is I'm telling the application to query the entire MLS. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm showing for residential, commercial, multi-farm, family. I'm showing everything, and so that's an example. So this is basically all real estate, okay, that I'm showing. But what I want to get into really quick, and I say really quick because I got to leave in like 10 minutes. Some of the customization. So as we talked about earlier, in regarding your branding and things of this nature, back at the top of the page, you can basically add a title. You have a little WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get type. Just kind of making a few adjustments there. Now I'm going to start making a few changes. This heading up here is for the location that you end up selecting, but right now what I'm going to do is for the actual graph, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to leave the, actually I don't, because all the criteria is there, so I'm going to remove criteria. I'm going to remove title. No, I'm going to keep that, sorry. I'm going to remove the location. And so basically, I'm showing an activity report for all of this area. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, some basics. There's really not much I'm going to end up doing. I could start doing some of the other tools here, which I really encourage you. This is when it comes to tables, I can end up, well, I'll just do it. This is going to take a little bit, but it's going to show a comparison. It's going to stack against, year to year. So let that run. So while that's doing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 more graphs into here and show you how. Well, let's see, can I do? Let's say I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do a. I'll add multiple graphs. I want it to finish because I can't add more graphs until that's done. Okay, so that's given, again, huge. So I still have some room. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to pick residential first. I'm going to click new chart. I'm going to go to sold and see sold listings right here. Okay, what I want to do is I want to show average. I'm going to do a column. Okay, so those are the side by side, and my timeline is critical because I want to do a comparison. I'm going to do a month. So month time range and interval, so that's the block of how the data is. And I'm going to compare 2 years and apply there. I do need to go back up to my filters. So by default, I have all 6 are selected. That's not what I want. I only want to select residential. And apply. I'm going to hit create. Okay, so what it's done is it's done two years side by side compared. Okay, now I'm going to start making a few adjustments. So what I want to do is I'm going to go, first I'm going to remove let's see, sorry. Remove my date, or remove location, I want to show 0. Yeah, I'll just do 0. I'm going to remove my y-axis. And then I want to put this to 25%. And then I'm also going to remove my legend. So legend's gone. Yeah, I'll leave that as is. Okay, so that's sold listings for residential. Now what I'm going to do is I'll hit up commercial filter. Got my sold. I'm going to do the same thing. Average columns, month. This is going to go to page 2 until I make my adjustments. Okay. And actually, I'm just going to go and do it right away. So it's going to bring it into there. And I am recording this for those just so you know. So let's say title, day range. That is weird. Why is residential still showing? All right. This is actually a bad example because I'm looking over at notes. Is that when we set this up, they wanted us to make sure that residential was hard coded. So I'm already seeing there's something we need to do on our end because it's not letting me remove residential. The point of what I'm getting at, and so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to redo this, or I'm only going to do residential. But the point is that I'm basically building a packet, and I apologize. I shouldn't have tried to do all real estate categories at one time. So I'm just going to do activity report. Because by default it is residential, and then okay. What I'm just going to, for right now, I'm going to actually do, I'm going to click active, and I'm going to click 1 month, compare. The only reason I'm just going to do this fast because I don't want to run out of time with you guys. And see new listings. Column. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to be doing new, active. I'm actually going to do them all at the same time. So listing, where's pending? Pending. Okay, so I'm picking 4 graphs at the same time. They're not going to be combined. They're all going to be individuals. And as long as I did everything correctly, I'm getting 4 different graphs, and then I'm going to adjust those 4 graphs. Okay, so now what I just need to do is I just need to go through each one, and I'm going to make my adjustments. And so the date range, location title, criteria is at the top. Don't need my legend, and I don't need the y-axis. That looks a little better. Okay. Okay, just so if someone's watching real quick, you're gonna see this does not look right at all, and I could actually already know what it is. So there's a typo someone has put in the MLS. They put in the wrong price, and so again, just as our only disclaimer is because we're a data visualization company, so therefore we don't change the data we receive. So we don't have the ability to say, hey, someone's made a mistake. Well, I guess, yeah, we do, because, tickets get submitted. So obviously we're going to submit a ticket because, 17 mil, this is a pretty drastic change. That's the only downside with new listings, because it uses the original list price. And so, but let me keep going. I feel like I'm making excuses for data, but let me get through this. So here. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. So that, and then I've got room for another graph. And so let's say that I'm going to actually, you know what? Let me show you how you do a combined. So there's that one. So now I'm going to go back and hit create. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click active, average. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to keep it as the 1 year. I'm just making sure. But this time I'm going to do line. Okay, and then I'm going to do, let's see, active, and then I'm scared to do new, but I'll just go ahead and do it anyway. 1 year, month, yeah, good. And average, line, and then pending, 1 year, I'm just verifying, and then average, line, and then I'm going to go down to sold, 1 year, yeah, average, line, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit combined. Okay, so what's going to happen is these are all going to be into one graph. Let that do its thing. Oh, it's thinking it needs to go. So I'm just going to go into here, right here, change this to 100%. Let's see. It's not as pretty as I was hoping. So let's see, I'm going to just make a few adjustments. Yeah, that didn't help. So I probably would end up changing some of this because it doesn't look like I was hoping it would. So the new I know is throwing things off a little bit, but then even you got pending is. So what I was trying to show is I'm combining multiple things together, just like I can combine average and median. But that was the main thing I was really, kind of wanted to, more of what the point was, is that you can end up doing more in your visualization. I am running out of time, but I did want to, I'm really kind of hoping this is going to help you guys out a little bit. Again, let me go and put in my email one more time for those who join a little bit later. So it's support@MLScharts.com. I highly encourage you to take advantage of this, is that if there's something you're trying to do, having difficulty, do it. There are some really cool tools out there. We use a thing called Loom or Screencastify, and what it does is it just does a little recording of my screen. And if you want to maybe do like a little recording, say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I can't figure out, can you help me out here? Then in return, I'll do one back and I'll actually show you how to do it. So I am here to help you guys out. I definitely want you utilizing this tool for what it was built for, is again, giving you the opportunity to visualize data, have it more customizable to you and your business. And that's really what we're trying to encourage the members that are attending and going through this. So again, we are here to help. And I really, I actually enjoy working with a lot of different agents throughout the different MLSs we support, only because their creative ideas actually is what help us develop and grow and build better product. So please keep that in mind. Take me up on that. Again, the email I put into the group chat, it's support@MLScharts.com. My name is Sean. These emails do come to me as well. And more likely me, or more likely any of the custom video stuff will actually be done by me, because I want to make sure that you're taken care of. Again, I really do appreciate your guys' time. Please have a great day, and I'll be sending this video out by end of today, no later than tomorrow, as a refresher. Again, I really do appreciate it. And again, thank you for your time. All right, bye-bye.